maybe just over a week out from Group 1 racing in Hong Kong, but what a classy meeting coming up at Sha Tin this Sunday. Welcome to Racing to Win. This is Hong Kong's twice weekly preview show, joined today by Paul Lally and Tom Wood. And Tom, more focus on the 4-year-old series, and there is a lot of potential talent on show.
Yeah, there certainly is, Mark, especially those last 3 races. You've got a few going around in race number 8, the likes of Captain Win and Co, and then race number 9, California Spangle. They've certainly got earmarked the 4-year-old series for him, and then the last race, a great clash between Romantic Warrior and also Lucky With You, who steps to with 1,400 metres. In fact, they both stepped to 1,400 metres for the first time, but it both look certainly progressive.
More on those races shortly. Paul Lally joins us. Any jackpots this week, Paul?
Yeah, there is. There's a 6-up win jackpot of 2.4 million, so a bonus there. So that should get up to about 6 million for a winning single $10 unit. So definitely a really good one there to get your teeth into if you do like that particular bet type or you haven't tried it before.
Some great news too around the jockeys ranks with Lyle Hewitson returning. Zach was back on Wednesday night. Lyle's back this Sunday. We sent Nick out to track work to have a chat with the returning South African.
Yeah, things are going great. Look, I probably, in terms of well-being, could have ridden on Wednesday night, the 12th, but never had a book of rides that are planned in advance. So I just thought those extra 4 days are only going to benefit me to get fitter and stronger. And yeah, I'm feeling very good. I've got absolutely no complaints from the injury side of things, and now it's just getting back to 100% race fitness.
And I mean, if you don't mind, obviously, just to on the injury itself, the severity of it. I mean, it wasn't a straightforward injury, but you seem to have come through it well. What's been the rehabilitation process, Lyle? Obviously, because it could have been a lot worse than it probably was.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Fortunately, I had a small fracture on the top of my pelvis, and it was in an area that wasn't affected by any movement. So basically, it only had one option but to knit and to heal, and that obviously allowed that the first 2 weeks did nothing and allowed it to heal up and started swimming. And being young and fit, it just allowed things to speed up a bit. And of course, the staff at the Union Hospital and the rehab team have done a great job. Zach alluded to all the different treatments we were given, and they certainly played a big role in getting back strong and fast.
I know it's very hard to replicate a racing scenario, but you've ridden in trials. How are you feeling? How does the body feel? Do you feel as if you're back to your very best and everything feels fine? Yeah,
in terms of how I feel from the injury side of things, for sure back to my very best. I feel great. I'm supple and feel good. So very, very happy. I'm as fit as I can be from an exercise point of view, but there's nothing like race fitness. So that's going to definitely pick up after this meeting as well, but I'm feeling good going into the meeting and feeling positive.
It's great news just to have him back so soon, Tom. Here are his rides, Lyle, and he's going to give the body a great workout at the start. He's got a busy book to go around with on Sunday.
He's definitely going to need some luck in some of those rides too. He did allude to Nick in another question in that interview we didn't play there, Shining Red. He thought probably his best chance on the program, but Paul, he's only got, I think, 1 draw inside of barrier 9. The rest are all double figures, so hasn't had luck, a lot of luck with those.
No, he hasn't. And just looking at the early pricing as well, the shortest price is Shining Red that he's on, and that's at 18. So it just shows that if he does manage to get a winner, it'll be well done for him.
Absolutely, and it's great to see both of Zach and Lyle riding on Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, here is what is coming up. Dual track meeting 7 on the turf, C plus 3 and 3 on the all-weather for meeting 37. The races get underway, normal time, 1 o'clock the first Hong Kong time, and the 2 races that we are going to focus on here on Racing to Win are races 9 and 10, and they are quality as well. So one's a Class 2, one's a Class 3. And we kick off the preview with the Class 2 over the 1,200 metres. And in this race, we have got Trillion Win. He's had a trial since running 7th behind California Spangle. Winning Dreamer has the cheek pieces off. California Spangle carries an extra 8 pounds on that last start win. California Rad comes across from Happy Valley to Sha Tin. Good luck friend back in trip. Wind and Grass has had a stable change, has joined the Michael Cheng barn. Igniting's got his best races at Happy Valley, and Metro Warrior is on a 7-day backup since winning on protest down the straight at Sha Tin last weekend. All right, speed map here, Tom. What's it tell us for race number 9?
Yeah, it's an interesting race, this one, with the likes of California Spangle in it, Paul, because we know he's got plenty of early toe and he can fire forward and probably dictate from the front really with his racing style. So it should be a good speed. You've got Winning Dreamer as well, who can race handy, I think, from barrier 2. What about the likes of California Rad?
Yeah, I think he's going to unfortunately get caught wide again. Look, Igniting's the other one. He might really want to push forward, but if he does, I think he can be 4 wide if he's... if he tries to do that. I mean, I think California Spangle's got superior speed and can lead by his own. Trillion Win won't be far away. I don't think there'll be too much over the whole field, though.
All right, so that's how we think it might play out. California Spangle, he is an exciting racehorse. Zach Purton rides on Sunday, and he too caught up with Nick out of track work.
Zach, California Spangle this weekend is a horse you'll get back on board. I imagine you're looking forward to him.
Yeah, sure, he's a horse I've got a lot of time for. I really, really like him. I don't think we've really seen the best of him yet. He just continues to get better, and his trial recently was really nice. I spoke to Matthew after the trial, and he feels like the horse might have improved as well. So if that's the case, he's in for another big run.
Obviously, as you say, Matthew rode him last time. You were unfortunately unable to. You rode him the time before, though. The reports have been good from the team in regards to his track work and everything else as well?
He's a lovely horse in the morning. He's got a really good attitude, and, as he has on race day. And the only little thing that he needed to work out was to get out of the gates a bit quicker. At all his starts last season and early this season, his trials, he'd been a bit slow out of the gate, but he doesn't do anything wrong. He was just standing there letting the field sort of jump before he went with them, but he's worked that out now. And he's getting out really quickly. He's helping himself, and he's making it a lot easier for himself.
And gate 3 would almost look absolutely perfect for him, wouldn't it?
Sure, I expect he'd fly the gate, control the race, and get the job done.
Just on that time, that when you rode him 2 starts back, obviously that was nonchalant. He's won it extremely impressively. Does he give you the feel of a horse that really can work up through the grades? I mean, all what he's done so far has been mightily impressive.
Yeah, he does, and being a sort of Northern Hemisphere bred horse, he's a little bit behind the other horses as well. So I feel like he's going to keep going through the ratings, and he's an exciting horse, I think.
Just on Wednesday night, obviously very well done. You got to the 50. We had to wait till the last, but you got there. And what was a strange night at the Valley. I can't imagine you've experienced too many race meetings like that, but good to get the win nevertheless.
Yeah, well, that happens, you know. You have those meetings where, you know, the favourites continue to get rolled, but that's racing. My horses all put themselves in the right spots and run nice races, but sort of kept coming up a little bit short. And like I said, I had to wait for the last, but at least I got one, and it was a good way to close the night.
That is a very confident-sounding Zach Purton leading into California Spangle's race on Sunday. We saw this race, Paul, in the interview with Zach. Now, he meets Fantastic Way, Good Luck Friend, Valiant Dream again here, and a few others, including Trillion Win. But he does carry an extra 8 pounds, California Spangle. Yeah,
look, he's just a really progressive horse from barrier number 3. I think he can just go to the front, as Zach said, and control it. Look, Fantastic Way's drawn 10, so he's going to find it a little bit tricky. He drew 1 when he ran second here, so I don't think the 8 pounds is going to matter, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I don't think it will either. And he was clearly headed at one point there by Fantastic Way. The one I do like out of that race as well is also Good Luck Friend. He's got a terrific course and distance record, never been out of the top 4. He was up over 1,400 metres last start, so back to 1,200 is really going to suit him this time round.
You just saw the graphic too on California Spangle. Moving on, Tom, to last weekend, actually, a Metro Warrior. He'll be second past the post here, wins it in the steward's room, up to 1,200 metres and on a fast backup.
Yeah, so he's got a light weight, which will no doubt benefit him, but we've seen him to best effect in his limited wins here so far, down the straight over 1,000 metres. So I think that's probably where he is best at. Paulie is drawn nice and low here, got promoted with that little touch there over the final stages, but I'm not that keen on him over 1,200.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Tom. Look, I think 1,000 metres is his go, and that's what the stats prove as well. So up here, 1,200 metres in a lot tougher field, I think he's going to struggle a bit.
And back to the trials, Paul. He was disappointing by his standards, Trillion Win, last time. Lexi said that he tried to ride him forward and just had no early speed at all. What did you make of his trial sense? Yeah,
the trial's been nice enough, isn't it? He sort of hit the line comfortably. He wasn't really pushed out at all. I think he'll get a nice run in here, 3 back on the inside. We know he's a high-class horse, but again, he has to carry the weight.
That's Winning Dreamer closing off to the inside of him. I like Winning Dreamer's trial. He's coming into this with a good first-up record, 4-time winner course and distance, coming back from blood in the trachea and a lameness issue, but I liked his trial there.
And finally, Tom, moving on to the trial of Fantastic Way. What did you make of him and his chances of turning the tables on California Spangle?
Look, I still think he's going to struggle to turn it on him this time round, especially from barrier number 10. He's won 2 trials quite nicely coming into this, covered a bit of ground in the trial as well, did a Fantastic Way. As I said before, he had California Spangle covered at one point, Paul, but 10 makes it tricky, I feel.
Yeah, look, he does. I think he's still the hardest to beat, though. Look, he hasn't been further back than 4th in any of his starts. His Fantastic Way, and I think he's still progressive of rating points in hand. So I think he's the dead set Quinella horse.
Oh, you might as well confirm your Quinella for us, Paul.
Yes, I think California Spangle will win. I think he's going to come up short. He'll probably start 1.3 or something along those, but I think he can win. A Fantastic Way, the hardest to beat. Now, Trillium Win, if he gets a nice set 3 back on the inside, he can finish off strongly. And the Winning Dreamer, he's never really been the same horse once he had that blood in his trachea the first time. But look, his trial wasn't too bad, so he goes in there on a 4th line. 4, 3, 1 and 2.
4, 2, 3 and 7 I've gone with here. California Spangle, obviously very, very tough to beat in this race. He's the one I think you certainly want to be on. But if you're looking for horses to pair him up with, I think Winning Dreamer certainly can run a race first up. Very good course and distance. Fantastic Way. Good luck, friend, with his course and distance record as well. 4, 2, 3 and 7.
It's a good lineup. That's race number 9 at Sha Tin on Sunday. Off to a break here on Racing to Win. Back with a look at race number 10 right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win, Hong Kong's twice weekly preview show. We're looking at Sha Tin on Sunday. Just before we move on to race number 10, this race does have a bearing on the 4-year-old series, boys. And Tom, California Spangle, who we've seen race number 9, currently off a rating of 90, heads the list. Yeah, he certainly does. Lucky With You was sort of not far away off a mark of 79. We've got Captain Win going around in one of our earlier races, race 8, Romantic Warrior there, Rise Brethren. He's not without a chance either. And a couple of question mark horses there around Sight Spirit and Solid Impact. Solid Impact there for Zach Purton in this final race as well. And there's the Classic Mile probables and possibles. Paul, there's the top 14 for you. Yeah, look, Fantastic Treasures, obviously all steam ahead. I don't know about California Spangle, though. I don't know if he would, if they've said he's going to go to the 4-year-old series. You know, he's going well over the 1200. Blaze Warrior is a question mark after his last start. SJ Turbine likewise. The Golden Scenery and Circuit Stellar are just question marks there. Yep, so there you have it, and a bearing possibly, with race number 10 having a number of runners on those lists. And in the withdrawal too. Race 10, number 5, Master Hero comes out. He's been in good form, but unfortunately he won't be running on Sunday. Class 3 over the 1400 metres. It is for the final race. And the field lines up this way. We have got Beauty Fit with the pacifiers off. Lucky With You carries an extra £10 for his last start win. Mr. Ascendancy, a newcomer, was Rifleman for John and Thady Gosden. Romantic Warrior carries an extra £8. All Beauty, a last start winner. He's got an extra 4 on his back. Further down, Dublin Star, only the second time past 1200 metres for him. And Natural Storm gets the tongue tie on. He's first up for the season and has had 2 trials. All right, Tom, across to the speed map we go. And what does it tell us? And indeed, what does the pace tell us for this? Yeah, well, the pace for this race should be good to mark with the likes of Lucky With You going forward. But, Paul, what about Super Winner? Because we know he likes to go forward. Can he apply some pressure, maybe with Harmony Win-Win? Yeah, I think that's the key, isn't it? I just think Lucky With You has just got that superior speed at the moment. Super Winner, look, he maybe be able to try and put some pressure on early, but the pace will be good with these horses in it. Harmony Win-Win, as you say, he goes forward but Storm wide. All right, so that is the speed map as we see it. Lucky With You is one of those speed angles in the final race. Nick caught up with his trainer, David Hayes, at track work yesterday morning.
David, we'll see Lucky With You run again this weekend. He was very impressive last time.
I thought it was his best win of all his wins. He really hit the line, which thrilled me because I thought his first 2 wins he was a bit empty, getting to the post, but certainly up in class, hit the line well.
And just on that win, I mean, Karras has never had to get that serious with him. He's confirmed those placings with the horses he beat the time before, so it's rock solid form. Yeah, really good form, and I can tell punters he's thrilled me in training, so I think he's heading in the right direction. A little bit of a query at the 1400, but it gives me the impression he'll run it right out. And just on that work since then, you've been happy with that. What has he done since then, David? Is he an easy horse to sort of train and deal with and get ready? With 2 weeks between runs, we've just been ticking him over and we let him stretch his legs on
Wednesday morning, and he responded well.
He likes to lead. He's been blessed with good gates in his last couple. He's drawn a little bit wider out this time around. Do you envisage any sort of issue from that, or is he quite straightforward?
Oh, look, I'll leave it to Karis, but in training he's been able to sit behind, and in his trials he sat behind. If there's no tempo, he'd probably lead, and if they run along a bit, he'll sit second or third. He's a pretty straightforward horse.
And you mentioned obviously his win last time was probably the best that we've seen from him. Obviously this time around he's going up a notch. He's taking on a very smart horse. You're a man that clearly would respect the rivals. I mean, Romantic Warrior, it's going to be a good clash between those pair.
Yeah, I was disappointed to see him in the race, but he's clearly a very good young horse like mine, and it'll be very interesting. There's a couple of good races Sunday, and that's one of them.
I know it's early days and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but how exciting is this horse? How excited does he get you, this fellow?
I think he's pretty smart. I think he's a horse that at the end of his career I'll be disappointed if he's not ticking past 100 rating, and so he's got a bit of room for punters to follow him up.
Straight on with his opposition, and he's going to get plenty of opposition in the shape of Romantic Warrior here. Paul, there he is on the outside. He could not have been more impressive in his short career here in Hong Kong. No, he's looked good. All three wins, 1,200, and he always looks like he's crying out for more ground, isn't he? Going into the 4-year-old series, he's probably the one to go forward, because he looks like he's going to do the 1,1800 metres plus with no problems whatsoever. Lucky With You, he's going to have to give. Lucky With You will be in front of him, but the way he finishes off, I think he could probably reel him in.
Oh, I think he can as well. He seems strong at the line. I don't think any question about him up to 1,400 metres, the way he's been able to win that there. And he's bred to, I think, go a little bit further as well, Romantic Warrior. So he's 3 from 3, keeps on improving, and I think he's got plenty of rating points in hand. And he's had a nice quiet trial as well since his last start. Back we go to some of the opposition for those two. And we're going to have a look at a last start winner here, Tom in All Beauty. That's him in behind the leader. Perfect Pair was given a beautiful run in front by Jack Wong this day. And Lucky Gold, he was under pressure a long way out. He certainly was. So that was his first run. Didn't do too much there. He was caught wide. But really like this win of All Beauty. He had a nice run, 3 back on the fence, was able to sneak up into a trailing position. And once he got into the clear and got balanced up, he really let down strongly. He had been threatening to get another win on the board, Paul, and he was finally able to do it. Yeah, really nice win. He really stretched out nicely as well. He's going to run into a couple of good ones here. But look, the way he finished off the race, he's just got to try and get himself into a nice position from barrier number 11. I think he can feature. Finally, Paul, we've got Solid Impact, who stepped up to the 1,400 last time and ran in the top 3. And the other horse in this replay is Dublin Star. That's him out there in the yellow cap. Yeah, Dublin Star has been quite a consistent horse, but Solid Impact, look, from barrier number 10, it's going to be a little bit harder. He did in saying that, he did draw 12 last time. He looked like he went clear here and just got collared late. Did Solid Impact. He's meeting into some really nice progressive horses here. I've got him in on a minor line. Yeah, I haven't quite got it. In fact, I do have Solid Impact in. Sorry, he was on the cusp of maybe not getting it. It was a toss-up between him and Perfect Pair, but he's taken a little bit of money in it. One of his starts anyway, 2 runs ago behind California Concord, and he just got tired over the final stages there. And Mr. Ascendancy is in the final replay. Tom, you were at the trials this morning. He was rifleman for John and Thady Gosden. Won over the 1,400 on the Polly at Kempton Park and 1,575 at York. What did he do for you as far as this trial went? Yeah, I thought the trial was okay, but I think he's probably going to need the run, really, Mr. Ascendancy here. He jumped all right from the start, and look over the final stages. He's not being too far off them. I know the number next to his name says 8, but he actually wasn't beaten far here behind Wellington, the Golden 60 in the Co. So I think they've got room to improve, Paul, but I'm happy to just watch first up. Yeah, me too. Look, he's had the 2 trials, 11.42 pounds, so I think he'll come on from this trial. And that is the replays we need to look at. Straight into the selections now, Paul. Is it Team Romantic Warrior or Team Lucky With You? Well, look, I think Romantic Warrior can get the last run on Lucky With You and sort of get him right near the post. It's going to be a good race, though. Really looking forward to it. So 4 to beat 2, All Beauty and Solid Impact. 4, 2, 7 and 9. 4 on top for me as well. I think he can win. I don't know what sort of price he's going to come up at with Lucky With You in the race, but I think he can win Romantic Warrior up to 1,400 metres. Shouldn't be an issue at all. Drawn nicely in barrier number 3. Lucky With You certainly makes it in. Another one stepping here to 1,400 metres. He's won 3 of his 4 starts. All Beauty was a strong winner, I thought, last start over Perfect Pair. And Solid Impact does make it, and he raced up on the speed, hit the front, and was only headed late in the race. They're just drawn a little awkwardly in barrier 10 for Zach Purton.
They're the preview for races 9 and 10. Paul, what about the first 8? Who do we go with in those races?
Well, Run Goods looked like just about to win a race, hasn't he? He's done really well in his run, so he's definitely one that I like. Golden Empire went really well on his debut here in Hong Kong as well. Winmore Stars had one start on the all-weather, and he ran really well. I think he can go on and win this race as well. Super Fortune's interesting, coming up to 1,200 for the first time. Joyful Genius up to 1,400 again. He looks good as well.
And a reminder, race-by-race previews for all of them available on the website hkjc.com, and click on audio and video. Your best bet, Paul?
I'm going to go with Joyful Genius, 1,400 metres for the second time. I think he looks really well placed here, and he's been working up to this win from his 6 starts. And Ring Bells, another one up in distance. He's by Redwood, this horse, up to 1,600 metres. Really like the way he attacked the line last start, over 1,400. And we'll do the play in race number 5 with Snow A Lot on point. Joyful Genius, QQP, 1, 4 and 11.
Save the best until last. It is with the Romantic Warrior in the final race. Danny Schumann's Joe Moreira. He's 3 from 3 so far, stepping up to 1,400 metres. Win-win in race 5, number 2 for Matthew Poon. And the informed Benno Jung stable is the Valley Runner. And the play forecast in the final race, bankering Romantic Warrior with Lucky With You and All Beauty.
He was good to us previously. Captain Win, race 8, number 3. Zach Purton back on board. He rides for David Hall. Good trial since his last start. Quadruple Double comes back onto the turf with a gate and well rated off 66. So Luke Ferraris for David Hall as well. And the play, race 4, 2 Speedy Mouse, 5 Quadruple Double, and the first starter for Denny Shum in Lightning Bolt. That has been Racing to Win, boys, and we're just over 7 days away from Golden 60, Tom.
Yeah, we certainly are. That'll be great to hear at Sha Tin next Sunday with Group 1 racing, and then we rip into the 4-year-old series the week after.
Yeah, looking forward to this weekend as well, just to see these horses that are going to that 4-year-old series.
And, of course, the Valley on Wednesday night. That's been Racing to Win. We'll see you from 1 o'clock for race number 1 on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.